we can't do. I'm gonna try to show you guys and prove to you guys today. You're not fishing shallow enough. I'll try to prove that today, that you are not fishing shallow enough to catch more redfish. That's what I'm gonna try to prove today. Right now we are starting in 2.5 feet of water. That's not shallow. But today we are gonna probably spend most of our time in less than 2 feet of water, and 2 foot of water or less, really. I mean, the boat will probably be in 2 feet, but we will be fishing in 1.5 feet probably the whole time. Oh, shoot. Get, you dumb freaking things. Get out of here. Of course, we're using my favorite search bait for them, the top water. Top water is my favorite, absolute favorite search bait. That's the biggest key, as I would say, is if you're fishing too deep, if you're looking at your graph and it says you're in 3.5 feet of water, unless you're casting into like a foot of water, it's not it. And even if that's the case, more than likely it's not going to be a shallow enough flat for them to really want to be on there. They want those transitions, those hard transitions. It dropped right off back behind me to where it goes to like somewhere in the ballpark of, you know, 10 feet of water, 8 to 10 feet of water, but there's a pretty stark drop for it. But this gives them a beautiful flat to work with, where they can be right up on the flat, right up in a safe zone, not having to worry about, you know, predators. But then they do still have a place to go if they do get predators, right? If there is a predator issue, they can drop back into some deeper water, or if the tide just dropped out too much, you know, they can just drop back deeper, and it's a great opportunity for them to do so. Plenty of bait too. That's another #1 key. If you're in an area, if you're fishing in an area and you don't see bait, if they're not flickering, or if you don't really see any active bait that might be a little nervous, it's probably not necessarily a good sign, or it's just not the right tide. There we go. There's a red. First fish. Actually, my doesn't felt kind of reddish, but also for a second felt like it might not be. First fish of the day. Oh. Damn. That's been happening way too much lately. Completely different environment over here. A lot of fog, a lot of cloud. Still a lot of stuff in the water though. Saw a lot of grass patches and whatnot. But we still haven't proven to you guys why it is that you're not fishing shallow enough redfish. Gotta prove it to you guys. Still proves the whole 2 foot or less right here, and how you're probably fishing a little too deep. It might actually be a trout. Actually, that is a trout. We're 1.4 feet of water right now. And that's a trout. That's a trout. And 1.4 feet of water, and that's a trout right there. hook now. Makes me wonder if the other one was too. These guys are called paper mouths. Look at this though, even summertime trout with it. It's a really good trout. It's a really dang good trout. Really dang good one. All right. Let's grab this beautiful trout. Seems to be pretty lively, which is good. Talking about to the fork. It's 22. Overall is 22 and a half. The fork is 22, overall is 22 and a half. Beautiful looking trout. Beautiful trout. 22 and a half inches overall. 22 inches to the fork. All right, we got this beauty tagged trout. Let's get him back. Get her recovered. Gotta be careful on this side, there's too many. With lots of power. Or they're going to be schooled up in one of the areas. Probably with the alligator. Seem to like to hang out with Mr. Baby Alligator. There we go. Oh, you're kidding me. I don't know what happened there. Hooks popped out. He had it. This is the other part about the weather that I was talking about though. Right now it says it was supposed to be blowing like 14-mile-an-hour gusts right now. There's no gusts. I'm happy and content with that, but like, that's what I decide if Allie should come with me or not. My wife, if she should come with me or not, is it going to be windy? Is she going to get soaking wet because of the fact that the waves on the way back or something? Most nonchalant eat ever. That was a nonchalant eat. Nonchalant eat. Oh, there they are right there. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's the school right there. are all schooled up, and they're schooled up big time. Saw the whole school. It was so tough. I wish I could have gotten another. If Allie was there with me, she would have definitely have gotten hooked up, which is sad. A couple beautiful spots though. 3 on that side, 4 on this side. Beautiful guy. Let's get him back. That was the school. They came up on that bar and saw me though. And check my hooks, make sure. So glad the gator kind of spooked him, not me, because that seems or appears like they stayed in the area. Yeah, keep an eye out for the gator because I think he follows the reds. I don't think color's gonna matter when these guys are schooled up like this. But biggest thing I think is gonna be getting back into him. He hardly ate. Like, that didn't seem like a guy that was competing for food right there. I don't think color's gonna matter when these guys are schooled up like this. But biggest thing I think is gonna be getting back into him. He hardly ate. Like, that didn't seem like a guy that was competing for food right there. About the only reference point I have is that alligator head that's out there. And it's an alligator that seems to kind of hang out near them, I guess, or something. So I just gotta hope they're somewhere near him, and then I can get them to commit far enough out to where I can put the power pole down and get a chance at a couple of them, not just once. redfish. Beautiful big blue spots. Pretty redfish. They're a little tougher today. This school, I've had to kind of chase it down a little bit, and I'm trying to drift this flat because I spooked them first. But trying to drift this flat and let them show themselves, but let's get them back. Oh, okay. How far did I feel like they just moved too much. It's a massive croaker. It's a big old croaker. Let's find out how big he is. All right, he is 18 and a half. Nope, 18 and a quarter. Beautiful 18 and a quarter. Get him back. Get him back. Oh, you got me good. There's another one. Alright, calm down, dude. I'm gonna get you unhooked. I'm gonna get you unhooked and get you back. Beauty. Another beautiful fish right here. Hey, calm down. He is 17. Another beautiful red. Beautiful red. Flounder. Beautiful flounder. 17 inches. He is 17 inches. Like on the dot. 17 incher. 17 incher.
I really wish I had my GoPro running, and when out of the blue, a gentleman and his son had gone through and actually invited me to come out fishing with him, as his son had just drove through the night to go out and get this particular boat. Little did I know it was going to start a wonderful kind of partnership between myself and a gentleman named Drew, which was the son who had drove through the night to go through and get this particular boat. Pretty awesome boat. It is a 34-foot Camus with triple 300s on it, as well as having a Seakeeper and radar, FLIR, and a trolling motor makes this a absolute fishing machine that I'm hoping to go through and get out there and get out fishing with him more often and see what we can catch. But if you are looking to charter, you happen to be in the Topsail area, want to go through and charter him out, I will leave his stuff down below, as it was pretty awesome that they had no idea who I was, no idea who I am, just decided to go through and invite me out to go fishing with them. So I'll leave them in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did watch all the way to the end here, please don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, like, comment, and let's see, what would you have done if someone had just gone through and offered you a position to get out there and do some fishing that day on their new 34-foot canvas boat? What would you have done? Leave that in the comments below. See you till next time.